Hey.
There we go. There we go. It is beginning to look a lot like Christmas. 75 degrees here. So not so much. How y'all doing?
Good. How have you been?
I've been all right. I'm trying to pull up. I'm still not seeing anything in the chat. So I'm going to pull.
Just popped into my chat. He says, "What's up, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Smash that like." I just responded to them to saying, "Hey, Salt," or "Hi, Salty."
Oh,
yeah, it's
man.
not popping up here.
It's not showing in the channel again. I thought they had it fixed. Last week it went without a hitch. That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Derek's in pose. He says, hey.
Hey.
Let me pop that out so I can. And yeah, Salty said hey in that one also. God darn it. How frustrating. So how'd your week go this week, Poe?
Well, good enough.
Yeah.
Tuesday morning wasn't very good. Tuesday morning, I never slept till about 3:30 in the morning. So I was having some problems with my head again. And I went to bed and just laid there. And finally, the wife went to bed, and around midnight, I told her I can't sleep. So I tried the recliner and the couch, and that didn't work. So finally, I was just so exhausted that I fell asleep. At the time, I would normally be getting up for work. So, but the rest of the week was pretty good after that. So played some PlayStation 5 with the boy last night for like 4 hours without even knowing it. He used to have that game Terraria on the PS4, and he played it a lot, and I would play with him sometimes, and then we hadn't played it for a while. He got his PS5 and put it on there, and he said, "Hey, why don't you download it?" I'm like, okay, let's play it, and it's another one of those ones like Mario Party. Next thing you know, 4 or 5 hours have passed. It's like, holy crap, it's time to go to bed.
Right. Really quick, Calvin Wong is in Greg's chat. He says hi. He didn't have his dinner yet. So, hey, Calvin. And Gideon is in my chat. He said, hello, fellow peeps from the world. It is me, Mr. Windmiller, again, present to enjoy the show for today.
Gideon.
Good to see you, Gideon. Yeah, unfortunately, this chat is boogered up again. But yeah, so Mike, how did your week go? Do you have an exciting week?
No, just busy. So I've been working on my video. I'm actually working also on the other video after this video, the Super Double Dragon one. So I got that going. Plus, let's see, my short. So my son's helping me out on the short for Casey's Gold. So he's actually working on that while I work on Super Double Dragon. And I already have been, what do you call it? Figuring out what for the Christmas game is going to be. So I'm doing Home Alone for the Sega Genesis. So I ordered it. Hopefully it gets here by next week. So we can capture the game footage and do the video. I'm hoping to release that on at least, by early or Christmas. So, yeah.
Well, that's cool. I'm going to try something here. Now, Mike, I don't have your chat open.
I'm looking at it right now.
You're keeping it on yours?
Yeah. I only had Salty pop in.
All right. I'm just going to try something. This will be excitement. Big excitement here. Big excitement. I'm going to put these really big on this other screen over here, and then I'm going to share that screen. And maybe let's see if it makes it readable. I don't think it will because they'll end up being too small on but let's see. Well, if I just have it take over the entire screen, I suppose it might be all right.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, but if I put it with us, yeah, I think it'll be too small.
It's small, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let me get rid of it. Hide, get rid of that. There we go. Yeah, it was a thought.
Tried.
So yeah, people will just have to be patient because I can't watch that the whole time.
You just scream out your comments real loud. We might hear them.
Right. Just hang your head out the window and holler. But yeah. So we got some cherry Coke going on. Cherry Coke Zero because
nice.
Kelly and I we went to El Paso.
Yeah, what sucks, I went to my it's not a grocery store, it's like a gas station I like going into, and they usually have my cherry Coke no zero on it. Mm-hmm. And they didn't have it. It looked like someone bought a case. I'm like, oh, what else is left? So they had the normal zero sugar Coke. And then I saw they had one more. It was a Sprite, but it was a holiday. It was the spiced cranberry.
Oh.
So I ended up buying that and bringing it home. And then I drank some of it. It's actually pretty good if you like the cranberry taste mixed in with your Sprite.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of cranberry myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I noticed like my son's like, oh, is that good? And I said, well, yeah, I don't mind cranberry juice. I wanted to try it out. So,
yeah. I only use it if I'm peeing like Tom Hanks in Green Mile.
I saw a compilation video one time that said Tom Hanks likes to pee in his movies, and there's like clips of all these different movies where he's standing there taking a leak.
That's real.
Did he do it in Mr. Rogers? I never watched the Mr. Rogers one.
Right. I don't know. Mike's Gaming Gal is in, looks like he's in your chat, Poe, probably. I don't know which is which now. I moved them all around.
Hey, Mike.
Who are these three bums? I was here to see Stan and Larry. Yeah. And Navin Lane from Absurdity Games, and he says he loves cranberry stuff.
Oh, yeah, nice. I do too. I get the cranberry. Is it Canada Dry at Christmas time?
Ooh, yeah, that sounds good.
Good and terrible.
And then there's also shit flavored. So I mean, it's an acquired taste if you like shit.
I thought that was the same one. I didn't
With or without corn.
Yeah. Yeah,
I looked for that Dr. Pepper one. I don't know if you mentioned that one, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
You sent us that picture of the vanilla Dr. Pepper. So I happened to be in the store and I'm looking for this. So I search it on Google and they're like, it's fake. Fans made that. They wanted Dr. Pepper to make it and it wasn't real. So there I am looking all over them like, where the hell is this at? They have every other flavor. So, darn it.
I think they have like a vanilla cream one.
Yeah, cream soda and the strawberry cream soda one.
Yeah. Oh, now Gideon said the cherry cola Coca-Cola cherry can looks different over here. Now this one that I'm drinking, this is the Zero Coke Zero. Wow. How about I put the zero sugar, not the but he said that over there it's full purple. And smaller cans which are purple with red. Derek says that's some good peeing. Calvin Wong, he's actually talking some gaming stuff here. Pinball FX has Black Knight 2000 now. Yes, they do. Mr. Poestyle put a video out playing that. We'll talk about his video instead of mine because he beat like 3 of my games combined with his first ball on his first game. And that's all he had to say. And then he left. He's like, if we're going to talk about that pinball game, I'm just leaving. Poe is completely gone. He is not even in the green room. And that was not me. I did not kick him. I mean, I planned to, but that was not going to be till the bottom half of the hour. Mike, did you get any of the new tables yet?
No, I haven't bought any of the new tables yet. I'll wait until next payday.
Yeah. I mean, they're classic tables, and they're fun, but they're hard, especially that Black Knight. I had played that out in the wild before, and if I remember correctly, I sucked at it. I'm not sure. Did they have it at that place we went to, Mike? When
they did. That's where I played it. That's the first time I ever played that game was over at that pinball place.
Yeah, it was Mike's Gaming Gala said impossible. Yeah. Hopefully Poe comes back and he's not just sitting there talking to his phone, not realizing he's off the show. Yeah, I think that's the first time I ever played it out in the wild, was at that place. And I don't know. I felt like it was harder here than it was there, but sometimes it is, because I think sometimes it's easier to see the ball and stuff with real pinball, especially with a table that's very busy. Sometimes you can lose track of the ball, but yeah, MagnaSave. There is a MagnaSave on that, and I don't even know. I think the MagnaSave button on the Pinball FX is the launcher button, but I'm not for sure. I never think about it in time, but I think I played 5 games in my video, and I think I only drained out the right side, which is where the MagnaSave is. I only drained out that right side 1 out of all 5 games. So 15 drains, only 1 went out that side. And most of them went straight down the middle. And a couple of them went out that left out lane after you get the free kickback. But
nice.
Yeah, it's a fun table, but I didn't really know the rules. When we played at that place in Portland there, I was just winging it. I didn't know what I was doing, just try to keep the ball alive. And I kind of felt that way. I feel like I learned more about the table watching Poe's video, because I was seeing his shots and seeing what was happening instead of me playing and just, trying not to drain. So I think that's maybe that's a good way to do it. Let Poe play first and then learn from him and then beat his scores.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm wondering what's going on with Poe. I thought he would pop into one of the chats and
I
say,
really hope he didn't get kidnapped by a drone.
Right.
They're having a lot of drones out there.
Yeah, Kelly and I were talking about, we keep seeing these things. I haven't even looked into the story with the drones. I just keep seeing like YouTube videos and the thumbnail and stuff, but I've never what's going on? Is it what's going on with the drones?
They call it drones, but they don't know what it is really. I mean, it should be a UAP, isn't it? The new term for UFO.
Are they just big orbs? They might have been coming down from upstate New York.
Someone said they look like a giant, kind of like a big drone that's like almost the size of a car. There was a guy that tried launching his to kind of look at it, and by the time it got near it, his drone malfunctioned and crashed. So
really?
Whatever it is, when you get kind of near it, it'll disrupt its, where you're communicating with your drone and just enable it useless. So it's like really weird what's been going on over there.
Ah, crap. Poe's back.
I thought it was you guys. I just got done talking about Black Knight. So
we thought you got kidnapped by one of those drones.
I gave final thoughts on everything, so we'll see you next week, Dad. I saw Bart froze up. down on the bottom, like, Bart's froze up. What an nincompoop, And I'm like, wait, oh, so is Mike. Oh, wait, it's probably me, right?
I just figured it was because you said before we went live, you said if Mike's Gaming Gala shows up, you're leaving because you're tired of his shit. So I thought that's what happened, but
hey, he has a video up right now, and it's the YouTuber of the month video, and this is his last month as the YouTuber of the year, and it was really epic.
Nice.
Everything that he put into it, the script and the special effects and everything, pretty sweet.
Nice.
So, yeah, check it out.
Nice. I don't want to let these chats scroll off too fast here. Earthshaker has a bug where it lets you lock balls during a multi-ball. When you do, you get an immediate factory settings message in the game locks up. Really? I guess I didn't play long enough to get there. Mike's Gaming Gala said that's very fair. When he must have heard the comment about you leaving when he showed up.
I just saw a ghost in that Gaming Road Warrior room. There was a ghost there.
I keep seeing ghosts walk around behind him. They were brought in by the drones that are just orbs. And let's see, Gideon said, speaking of driving, did we talk about driving? Euro Truck Sim 2 is going to get a truck on the 17th of December, a new Volvo FH. Oh, that's cool.
What's your language? This is a family show and it's Sunday.
Yeah. Nice. And the manual camera is busted on Earthshaker. Most people know that one. Oh, I never used the manual camera. I just use that view too because it looks decent on my cabinet. I've never messed with it. Once you get above that view 3, you start getting into 4, 5, 6. Then it starts doing that panning thing. It makes me car sick while I'm playing pinball. Yeah. UAP congressional hearings are serious. The new drone stuff on the East Coast is confusing, non-serious with serious national security issues. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, we keep seeing the headlines about it, but I never clicked on it because I figured.
No, didn't you see what Trump posted? What those drones were coming into New Jersey? They were bringing in McDonald's to Governor Christie. He's sitting there eating McDonald's, and all the drones have McDonald's bags on them.
Nice. Nice. That's funny. That is funny. So, Poe, have you played all of the 3 tables or just the Black Knight so far?
Just Black Knight so far. So I was going to combine one of them with my Charlie Brown one today, but I thought, no, let's just keep that to the tournament. Hopefully gets more people in the tournament. Nobody watches my stuff, but anyway, there might be somebody that comes across it and wants to join. So.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, because we did get a couple more people. I said in one of my videos, I mentioned, I think it was the Bonsai run. I mentioned, as of right now, in the on the one that's Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, all that stuff. Me and Greg have played. We're the only 2 that played. While on the Switch, me and Greg are the only 2 that have played. So at that point, it was just the 2 of us. But I saw you played and Derek played, so that's cool. If Derek saw the meme about McDonald's also. But yeah, I don't even know the numbers. What is it? 9RW5? I think
Yeah.
is the one.
I read them off like Greg in the beginning of my video, so don't do that.
Yeah, I think it's 9RW5 in if you're on anything besides the Switch, and then
IGOH or HO. IGHO on the Switch because I called it Igloo Ho. That's how I remember that one.
Yeah, see, you're better than me because I was going to say it's like IHOP, but different. I don't know what it is. Yeah, IGHO on the Switch. Both of them have the lowercase OGA. Get in on it. There's plenty of room at the top of the charts left because
right.
So far, all of us have played just kind of winging it.
I secured the bottom. So.
Yeah, right now, Poe is the anchor. See if you can beat. I got to check the Switch because Kaos did ask what the codes were and stuff. So maybe he played. I don't know. I didn't go on and check it yet.
Did he send the nudes?
Yeah,
He didn't send the nudes. He don't get in.
I don't know. I gave him Greg's email address. Oh, speaking of which, I guess we should say Greg is in his chat, or at least he was a few minutes ago. And he's not on the show right now. He's recovering from his knee surgery. He's doing good, but he's not up to spending a lot of time online. He's still got to baby that knee a little bit. So,
we told him if he wasn't feeling good, he wasn't needed tonight.
Right. So hopefully Greg will be back with us next week on our big pre-Christmas shindig extravaganza where we have tons of stuff planned, lined up.
Planned.
It's going to be probably somewhere between an hour and 2.5 hours long, and we'll decide what we're going to do for the show sometime in the second hour.
Well, a little sneak peek. Mike's been practicing that famous song that Cousin Eddie is on the diving board, the Bing Crosby Hawaiian Christmas song, and a coconut bra and grass skirt. So I've been helping him out live this week privately. So Mike will be doing that.
That'll be good. That'll be good. Oh, Greg said hello in his chat. God, this really ticks me off that the chat's not working again. I thought Restream had it all figured out. What do we have? 2 weeks in a row, it was fine, right?
Yeah.
And now this week, nothing. And I certainly didn't change any settings on our end. So I think it's just, yeah. Oh, Derek, yeah. I don't know if maybe I was ignoring Derek because he's now just asking where Greg is. So maybe he asked that before and I just ignored him.
Derek, you told him to break a leg in the Discord the other day.
Right? Yeah. I mean, I know sometimes Derek can be a dick, but I thought that was over the top. Mike said, appreciate the kind words, Poe. I'm very proud of the YouTuber of the Year video. Even if you don't care about the contest, everyone should watch. LOL. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch it. I did see it on my feed, but I think it was next to one of Derek's videos or something like that. So I just shut my TV off for 3 days. It all falls back to Derek's fault. Anything that happens, it was Derek's fault. Derek's been a busy man. He barely had time to squeeze in some Charlie Brown. Mike, do you have that Charlie Brown Christmas game?
Yes, I do have that one.
Okay.
It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see your score in the tournament. Just saying.
Oh, I haven't been playing any pinball. I mean, just really.
Our tournaments are so popular, we don't even play them. Yeah. No, I know it's busy times. Derek's been really busy. He squeezed in though, and he got to play one, and we waited for like 7.5 hours, I think, on Friday for Derek to come in and play walkabout mini golf with us, and he didn't show up. So we just said, screw it, we're not going to play. No, I had to work, so I couldn't play walkabout until in the evening time. But by then, people are busy. I know it gets tough. But so Kelly and I, we went searching for some golf balls and putters. We had to quit because we were making ourselves sick because all we were doing, we went into a course that we'd played. What the heck course was it? It's one of the courses we had unlocked the hard level just by getting under par. Both of us had gotten under par before. We had 0 of the golf balls. So we just went in and we're just flying the whole time, just flying around looking for golf balls. And then we switched over to go try to get the club. And we got like 3 or 4 clues into it. And I'm like, I'm feeling like I'm going to throw up if we don't stop. And that VR sickness, once it starts, you need to quit. Because if you try to muscle through it, you're done for 3 days. But so that's what we ended up doing on Friday evening, was just collecting a bunch of golf balls. And yeah. And then the other day I played with Kelly, I played that course. You and I had started it, Poe. I forget what course that is, but I think we only played partway through the front 9, and then Greg or someone was trying to join us, and then it got all wacky because I had only found 7 of those golf balls, and Kelly had never even played it at all. So we did that. So we're but that Christmas. Have you played the Christmas course on Walkabout?
No, I haven't got to yet.
Oh yeah, it's really neat. They very well done. It's a neat course.
Well, I'm off again this Friday, but I put in, when you get to the end of the year, if you have any leftover vacation days, individual vacation days, you have to get them scheduled before the end of November. So I just said, I'll take 2 Fridays in a row before Christmas. So I took this Friday. Well, then they come out with a schedule. You guys got to work 6 days. So now I'm screwed because I'm off Friday, but then I got to go back into work Saturday morning. Like, bastards. And then I'm off for a week, my week off for Christmas vacation. So I'll go back for 1 day.
Wow. They won't let you switch it? They won't let you switch it?
No.
I'll work Friday. Give me Saturday.
Yeah, no, not at this point. No.
Oh, sons of bitches. That's it. I'm not buying any raw steel for at least another 6 weeks in protest. I was going to go out and buy a whole bunch of raw steel, but see, that just pisses Poe off. Now he's cussing us again. You guys got shit connections. You're frozen again. What is wrong with you guys? All right. Anyone got any shit talking to do in the chat while Poe's gone? Elvin, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, Derek, that Christmas course is really cool on Walkabout. They did a great job on it. It's kind of neat. You're playing around Christmas tree and you're all little, and then when you get big to look at your scorecard, you're actually full size in the room. It's kind of cool. Sorry, Poe, we froze up again.
Yeah. Right when I was talking again. I don't know what's going on because I'm using my phone on 5G. It says I have the signals and everything, but who knows?
Yeah, you need to run some Cat 6 cable out there and put your router. Yeah.
Yeah, I have everything here. I've had it since the spring and still never got to put it. Yeah. And now, like the other day, it was like 13 degrees out. We're a little bit warmer now, but now it's raining out. I hate that. Rain and the cold together suck.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, it's 75 here. Well, it's down to 61 outside now because the sun went down, but 75 in here. But yeah, we're in that time of year where we're in a weird spot where overnight, you got to run the heater because it's getting down into the 20s, and then it's getting up into the 70s during the day. So you're like, dang it, I don't want to have to turn the air conditioner on, but it's getting kind of stuffy in the house, but you can open windows at 75. It feels nice, but yeah, it's kind of crazy, but strange weather. What were you saying when you decided to?
Oh God, who knows? I'm so full of shit. I forget right after I said
it. Yeah, I certainly don't. It's Mike's turn to try to listen to you this week. I did 2 weeks in a row, and I'm taking the rest of the year off.
Well, Greg used to, but then that put him on bed rest. So
right. Yeah, this whole knee thing with Greg, that's all made up bullshit. He's just sick of Poe. So he said, I got to take a few weeks off before Christmas. Just blame it on my knee. Yeah.
Hey, what was that game, Poe, you played that was you were like this mini guy running around stabbing people and
oh yeah, I was just thinking about that. It was like Christmas Massacre or something like that. I was thinking about that just yesterday. It's probably been about a year since I played that, right?
Yeah, you should play that again. It's like, yeah, you played like a holiday game. That game. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was one of those. I'm just like trying to look up a game to buy to play for Christmas, and I'm like, what's this? And next thing you know, I'm a mass murderer, and I'm like, that's a pretty sweet game. But I think I have enough stuff bought right now. I'm still waiting on a lot of stuff, so I'm like trying to stop the buying. It's hard to do. You go into those Facebook groups, video game groups, and there's something else out, and this is out, and and again, I'm trying to slow down a little bit.
Try to beat some games.
Not even playing any, right? I want to beat some games, but yeah, I still have.
We need to get that patch. So as soon as I get my Atari 7800 Plus, I want to see if I can earn a patch for the Casey's Gold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm
Now,
really wanting to get far on that game.
I think that with Circus Convoy, now that I'm thinking back, I found some pictures of when I got it, even though I got the standard edition. And it came with a patch, but I don't think it was for Circus Convoy. I think it was just Audacity Games announcing this was their first game type of thing, you know. So I got to see where I put that patch.
Oh, nice. Did you see what that Poseidon, the new game that's going to be coming out? What is that all about? Did you see?
I saw it and I read about it, and then I don't remember. Of course, it's going to be underwater, Poseidon, but I think I read it in my video. So go watch my video, and probably about 3 hours in, I read that part in the instruction manual.
Right. You're in an upside down ship, right? And you're trying to get to the hull.
Oh, I wish I loved that movie when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Every time it was on, I had to watch that.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I prefer the original to the remake because the remake doesn't have Ernest Borgnine in it. So,
All right, Ernest Borgnine, Gene Hackman, Shelley Winters, and
yeah,
Roddy McDowell.
Roddy McDowell. Yeah, that was a good movie. That was a good. movie.
I seen Roddy McDowell in a Home Alone film. I think it's the fourth one, and I was like really shocked. I'm like, wow, money must be really tight right now. It was a really bad movie. I'm like,
my wife gets so angry about these movies that are just supposed to be fun, right? So Home Alone happened to be on the other day on one of the channels when I turned the TV on and we sat down, and it was Home Alone 2, and she just starts bitching. How did he get on a different plane? And I'm like, you didn't watch. I said, he followed a guy in a coat that looked like his dad. So there's answers. Just sit and listen. And why would he do this? And why would he do that? I said, because there wouldn't be a movie if he didn't do these things. So that's why. It's a movie.
Yeah. It's like the guy that does the pitch meetings. Why did you do that? So the movie could happen.
Right.
So sometimes things have to happen. Mike's Gaming Gal said, underwater, I thought it was a skydiving game.
Poseidon's airship.
Gonna be like isn't it going to be a line of submarines that you jump, you're on top of it, and you go to the next submarine over, and then you got to jump on the trigger, and you go down the ladder, and then you
That's
find
a common theme.
Yeah.
Common theme there. Trucks, trains, and submarines. The next one's going to be airplanes.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, if it's subs, I'm buying it regardless.
Right.
I like these games that they're making, so.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And now, of course, since I watched you guys both do your Casey's Gold video, now I'm getting them all in my recommendations for other people. So I just go to their channels and say, post videos better. And then that's the comment I leave. So you might get some hate mail, Poe. Quit sending spammers.
I don't even go to that email anymore. So
yeah. Movie logic, says Derek. Yeah. So I was training a new girl at work the other day, and so I gave her my YouTube channel card. But I told her I had a YouTube channel. I was just joking with her. I said, hey, you like watching gaming channels? Because there's this guy, he lives around here and he's completely off grid. He has like an arcade at his house. She's like, really? What's the thing? So I gave her, and then I was going to go use the restroom. And as I'm walking away, she goes, wait, that's you. And I'm like, yeah. So then I come back and she's scrolling through my stuff. And of all things, this chick, she's like 20, I think. Oh man, I hope. She said she subscribed to me. I hope she's not watching this because now I can't remember. I think she turned 20 right. What day was her birthday? It's like right now, sometime around today. But I really only met her the one day but anyway, of all videos, I come back and she's sitting there and she's actually watching for like 10 or 15 minutes one of my truck stim videos.
Oh,
She's like, oh, I like these things. And then she's like, dude, you got a steering wheel? I'm like, yeah. She's like, you have pedals too? I'm like, yeah, it kind of comes with. Well, how much does that cost? And then she's like, wait, what are the? She's looking over because I'm driving, so I'm this way. She's like, wait, are those arcade games back there? I'm like, yeah. She's like, you do have an arcade. I'm like, yeah, that's off-grid arcade. That's the arcade part of the title. I told her if she was bored tonight, she should come into the chat, and she probably left because our chat isn't going on the screen. She's like, he's a fucking liar, this piece of shit. But now if I see her next time, sometimes I train these people and then I never see them again because I only work the weekends and they'll work during the week. So I'll see them like once every 3 months. But now I'll tease her. I'll say, dude, I was talking about you and everything, and you weren't even there. So, yeah, I was just messing with her. And it was kind of funny, though, when she realized it was me. She's like, what the heck? And she started watching the I think it was the Earth Shake. No, it was I don't know, one of the pinball videos. And she's like, how the heck do you do that? I'm like, do what? She's like, how'd you get your screen so we can see what you're doing? It was before I even started playing, so you can see the mouse going around and I'm clicking on setting up the game. How do you do? I'm like, OBS. And then I just left it. I didn't even explain what OBS is. I just said OBS and then moved on. If she wanted to know more, and I didn't want to geek out on her and be like, oh yeah, you do this. Just use OBS. But,
yeah, I didn't tell. There was a few guys that I told at work about my channel that are into old games, and this was a while back. But then, of course, it got around. Ha 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 ha! You know, my crew chief, my shift leader, he found out about it, and he's like, "Dude, I watched some of your videos. You look so stoned." I'm like, "I'm not stoned, man. That's just me after working with your ass all day."
Right? Yeah.
Well, didn't you have to remember one commenter said you look really tired? He wasn't off by that.
Right. Gideon says, dang, that's one cool chick. Finally, a second 20-year-old. Gideon, what are you, 20? What we discussed this the other day. 24? Is that what
Gideon's young.
Gideon is?
Yeah.
I feel bad. I do actually feel bad that I forget her birthday was coming up. She said she would be 20, and now I can't remember which day it was. Maybe that's why maybe it is today, and I didn't send her a happy birthday text, and now she's like, you think she probably unsubscribed already. Mike's Gaming Gal said his boss is a subscriber to me.
Nice.
Oh, Gideon's 22. Oh, I was giving you a couple years. You're far more mature than that. So you type more mature than 22. That's what I was.
This is it, Mike. If you can read, oh no, green screen. Oh, you can't read any of it.
Oh, I know.
Ooh, I'm a ghost.
Oh, there it is. So you go on Sharks, right?
Yeah, it says you're a troubleshooter aboard the U.S. RV Poseidon. Some crewmates on a mission aboard the ship's mini sub are long overdue, somehow trapped in the depths 100 fathoms down. The Poseidon doesn't carry that much air hose, and the sub is too deep to scuba dive. Floating air tanks are dropped to hover at various depths. You are lowered over the side in a Mach 5 diving rig with only the air in your suit's tanks. But if you can work your way down to one of the submerged tanks, you can replenish your suit's air, fight your way to the seafloor, discover what happened to your friends. With a little luck and a ton of skill, you may be able to free the mini sub and rescue the crew before their oxygen supply runs out.
Oh,
so there you go.
Interesting. Yeah.
Nice. Newsflash: Ballistic Coffee Boy is in the chat.
Ballistic.
He hasn't told anyone at work. He doesn't trust them enough to keep it a secret. Nice.
Secret identity. That's right.
Yep. like Batman.
I don't need all these guys that work yelling, Mr. Poestyle, Mr. Keep it. We got to keep them separated. Next thing you know, I'll have all of them throwing their tidy whities at me and stuff. And we can't have that.
Right.
Wait, they do that anyway. It's a steel mill.
Calvin said Hunter Killer Submarine movies on Tubi TV. Good movie.
Saw that. That's a good movie.
Ballistic said his friend D in Southern California helped him get to 2K. She had 20 of her closest friends subscribed. She knows a lot of people. Where was she last year when he was trying to beat Mike's Gaming Gala to the punch? Mike hit her for voter suppression. Yeah. It's rigged. It's rigged. Keep them separated. That's 8-Bit Bubba's theme song for his exes. What a good album that was.
I had that one.
Yeah. Then that came out. It was like, these guys are nuts. This is pretty cool.
What's
I was
that,
thinking he said Southern
John-
California ballistic there, so I was thinking it never rains in California. Hold on.
Yeah. Oh,
It pours,
ballistic.
man, it pours.
Oh, that's awesome. All
You
right.
gotta keep them separated.
That's a good song, says Calvin. All right, Mike, what do you got? He's like,
yeah, I do.
ask
got
Mike
something.
what his 3 favorite games are for this, and you got to tell me right now.
No, actually, I had something to talk about. It's the chromatic. So I just got my copy. I'll post it in my community post. I bought Dragon Warrior 3 for the Game Boy Color, and I didn't realize this, but like the character sprites on it look really good, and I didn't. And when I got to playing with the game and stuff, yeah, I just realized like, wow, this game's actually pretty cool, because I remember the third game on the NES, and then I'm kind of looking at the characters. I'm like, wait a minute, the characters look a lot better on the Game Boy Color than it does on the NES. So yeah, I'm just enjoying that time. But what I wouldn't talk about is the fact that I did that short, and then so I didn't do a review. I'm just gushing over why I like the chromatic, and I get these comments sometimes. I even told them, you know, it's I'm not trying to knock out any other console, or I mean not handhelds, but I get the people from the analog pocket community. You know, like I'm not telling everybody like, oh yeah, this is like better than any of the other handhelds. I never said that. I'm just saying I like it. And then, but they're like, oh, the pocket's better. And then I was gonna get one, but I'm getting to the point where I probably won't buy one. I'm kind of getting sick of, it's like someone telling me, yeah, like this car is the best car, and I'm like, all right, you know, but yeah, thanks. But I get those, and then the other one was the PRG or something. It's another. It's not even handheld. It's a kit that you can build. So it'll make your. It looks kind of like the Game Boy or the Game Boy Color. So I get those people there too on the comment section saying, yeah, this is like, and I looked it up. It's a kit that you can build your own Game Boy with the motherboard and so forth. And then the shells, the plastic shell, right? I'm like, I wouldn't buy this. It's not for me. I like something that resonates from the old handhelds, like the Game Boy or the Game Boy Color. And I even told that on my short, like, I'm not really interested in getting Game Boy Advance games. Now, having said that, if you know, like Mod Retro, if they made a Game Boy SD, was it the SD, the flip that played advanced games? Yeah,
the SP, the SP, Game Boy Advance.
I'm wrong on that. I'd buy that because that was my first handheld I got in the Navy.
So they're making one of those, and the body of it's made out of liquid mercury.
Is it?
So, Yeah, it's just a screen and buttons floating in mercury, but you got to watch if you drop it, it just goes all over the place.
Well, well, I mean, they keep telling it's like you can run it over. And it's like, I'm not gonna run mine over. There is somebody that was kind of funny. He had I don't know who the YouTuber was, but he had his chromatic, and he had like these knives, like these cutters and stuff. I'm like, oh, what is he gonna do with his? And then he ended up scratching it. He's like, oh yeah, you can scratch up the shell on this. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? That was like $200 you paid for that thing. And then he even tried scratching the screen because it's a sapphire screen. So the screen is like, I guess, the Apple screens on your phone, and they're supposed to be, scratch resistant. But this guy was like scratching it up, trying to, and at least it didn't look like it was getting scratched up. It's like, oh, this thing's pretty durable, but yeah, the magnesium shell, you can scratch that up. It's like, who's gonna be doing that? So I was expecting, like, oh boy, he's gonna take it outside and try to run it over with his car.
Yeah, you should do that skit just like out on Napoleon Dynamite. You set it down and run it over, and you're just like, darn it, and you peel out, broken on the ground.
Well, I did mention there was a Game Boy that I don't know if you heard that story about the Game Boy that survived the Gulf War.
Yeah.
And it still works. So they had it in a museum, and then they transferred it. I think Nintendo's got it. So they have it. But what's kind of funny with that, like maybe that was their inspiration, was the Game Boy that survived an explosion. But I saw the guy, he had another interview, the one that was the rep that I had on my first video, and he talked about how, he even questioned his boss, like, I don't think that's going to survive getting over. But the boss, he like, no, we did. We ran it over, probably very slowly, and it didn't, it didn't break. So, but yeah, I'm not interested. But I did say, like, well, maybe we should try to send it, to one of my buddies that's still in the service, and see if they can blow it up with like was it Claymore mine, just to destroy it, or if it survives, then it's like, oh yeah, it's been military proven, survived explosions working. Then you can advertise that, especially if it's been run through the military. So, but yeah, I get those, and it wasn't like I didn't do a review. Like I said, I didn't do a review, just me liking that handheld. But I get these people that pop in, love the Pocket, and like, okay, that's good, but it's not like I go to people who do analog Pocket videos. I'm like, dude, you should have bought the chromatic.
Right?
I don't do that. I don't. Just really weird with those people coming on there. And so, but I do leave, like, if there's someone being respectful, I do leave their comment, unless they're being like a total dick, then I just delete that comment. Like, I don't want that on my channel. So not going to put up with those people. But if they're, like I said, if they're respectful, then I leave it on there.
Yeah, definitely. You always have that. There's going to be people just stupid. They can't leave it alone. They got to write something. Well, I don't have that one, but this one's better because I have it,
Elitism.
Right?
Nintendo's better. No, Sega's better. It feels like that.
PC gods.
This is kind of a long roundabout way for me to put chats up. I can copy and paste them into the ticker, but Mike's Gaming Gala had a very insightful chat, so I had to put it up there.
Oh gosh, I can't see full screen on this thing, so.
Oh, he said he stopped getting most things from Atari. He's tired of the taste of Atari's dick in his mouth.
Oh, you can't beat them, eat them.
Yeah. Well,
this time it wasn't Atari that messed up my order for the 7800 Plus. It was Amazon. I decided to go with them so I would get it on time. And sorry, you're not getting shit. Merry Christmas.
Did you get a confirmation this time? I saw I got it should be coming here I saw the date. They want to post it. So
Well,
grabbed my
I
pad.
told you guys they moved it up from what they originally said. Before, it wasn't until after Christmas. Then they said between the 14th and the 24th of December. I looked the other day and it said between the 17th and the 26th of December. So they don't know.
What was that Ballistic had on the comment, Bert? I didn't see that.
Oh, which one? The last one I put?
The comment question? I was kind of...
Who leaves respectful comments anymore? I feel like it's a lost art. Or the one before where he was talking about his he got all his Atari Plus games, like 10 at the same time. Crazy, but still not the 3 from last winter. You feel me, Mr. Poestyle?
You're right. Well, we
Derek
got
said-
that email, like a few emails saying that they're going to send out the Billy Butcher collection, which I only got one game from that whole thing, and that was Fatal Run 2600. But I've had a few emails from them saying it's coming, and still haven't got any confirmation that it's shipped yet. So,
yeah, I finally got like a confirmation when was it Bounty Bob is supposed to be coming out to the house. Because it was like, we'll send you an email whenever. I'm like, oh boy. Next year.
And I bought this thing while I was on vacation, and this thing was out of stock for a while. They made 2,600 units for Atari 2600. So then all you could get, unless you wanted to pay more, was the black and red one. So I found this at that game store near Seattle. They still had them for original retail price. The guy had 6 of them in the case, so I bought one. I'm like, I should have bought them all and then just threw them on eBay. But then after I come home, I get an email from Atari that for club members only, they still have some for sale. And I'm like, what the heck, man? They're all gone. They're all gone for a month or two. And then it's like, no, guess what? We have some.
Oh, do you have a Evercade system? Because Calvin Wong's asking about it. Like or dislike? I mean, for me, I don't know because I never owned a Evercade, so I can't.
Yeah, this Atari Super Pocket plays the Evercade cartridges. I don't have the actual Versus system or any of that. I always thought about it, and I would look at them now and then, but never got around to getting them. Especially after I got the iArcade, because you could throw like everything on the thing, you know. So, yeah, I've just kind of been obsessed with that for the last year and a half.
Nice. Yeah, I seen one over at PRGE. It was the Tomb Raider one, and I think was it Game Freak mentioned that on his channel. So I saw like, oh, I know that because I saw it on his channel. So I actually tempted to buy one, but it's like, oh, I already own Tomb Raider already, so I don't need it.
Yeah, they had those there too at that game store. I shot some video there, and I still have that video, but I haven't made a video on it, edited it all together yet. I'm thinking about just putting it in the video with the Super Pocket when I finally do that.
Yeah,
and showing the store and everything.
Yeah,
you know, I was just checking my text messages, and I clicked the link, and I just didn't realize I've been sitting here taking pain pills, and I thought the invite was to be on Bliss's channel, and then I got here and it's you guys. So I apologize.
Well, glad you made it anyway, Greg.
No, I just say this much. I decided to move. I started feeling a little better, and I decided I'd move to the chair, from the bed to the chair. And Cheryl had bought me this neat little phone holder that'll turn all different directions and stuff. And I thought, well, heck, if Poe can get on with his phone, I can too. So I just thought I'd see if it worked out, and it looked like it was working. So I hit join. So hello.
Excellent.
I thought maybe you heard me making jokes about the knee again. So you came on. And I was going to say that should be a leg lamp behind you right now.
You know, I wish I could do this video from the living room, because actually last week Cheryl and Travis did get the leg lamp up and got it set right by the front window. When you drive by the house, it's in its full sexual glory in the front of the window.
Nice. Oh, let's see.
But yeah,
Oh.
I do hear you crack the joke about the legs. As a matter of fact, next week I thought about maybe for a my pre-Christmas portion of it is I think that's when I can take this bandage off. So maybe I'll go live taking this bandage off to my knee, and we can all see exactly what it looks like underneath.
All right, but put on a high heel and fishnet stocking with it.
There you go.
Nice. Ballistic said, if Poe can sit on the pot and do a show, so can I, dang it.
Right?
That's a shower stream too.
Right?
Don't miss those.
Yeah. That funny, when you're talking about showing your knee surgery stuff, it reminded me when I was coaching Jason's Little League baseball team, I had sliced my finger really bad and had to have stitches and stuff. And one time at the practice, kids were asking, what happened? So I took the bandage off, and then the kids randomly for like the next couple weeks of practice, they'd be like, hey, show us your Frankenstein finger. Yeah. That was one of those. I was using a razor knife, and I was shaving some plastic off to try to get the it was catching. It was a lid to something. I was trying to get the catch off it, and I had the thought, because I'm holding the thing like this, and I'm trying to get this thing to go off, and the thought crossed my mind: if this plastic snaps, this is going to be bad. And right then, wham! I hit that razor knife on my finger, and I grabbed it, and I said, "If that was the blade, this is not going to be good." And it's just,
Yeah.
yeah. So my dad freaks out because he was out there with me. He goes in, he grabs a roll of paper towels and just throws it through the house at me. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I wrap it in paper towels. The paper towels all covered in blood. And we drive to the urgent care. And me being me, we go into the front, and the lady's like, what happened? I said, oh, I cut my finger. She goes, okay. And she starts writing. I said, I got the end of it in the truck. Should I go get it? She's like, code blue up front. I'm like, I'm just kidding. It's just a cut. But then I go in the back, and I'm still holding that paper towel on, and you can see the paper towel is like soaked in blood. And the nurse lady says, well, I need to see it. I said, it's bleeding really bad. And she said, well, you have to show it to me. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I pull the thing off, and it's just running like a faucet. And she's like, cover it up. So I put it back, and then she hollered at me, and not joking, because I got blood on the floor. I'm like, well, I told you it's bleeding really bad. I mean, what did you think was going to happen? And then the only other part was the nurse. Then when she had to clean it, she stuck that needle right inside the cut to put the Novocaine. Oh. And she said, this is going to sting a little bit. And she stuck it. And I said, no, that freaking hurt. You liar. That didn't, it hurt for like 2 seconds, but it hurt really bad when she did it. And, but yeah, I never even felt the blade. It was a clean cut with the blade. I never even felt it. The only time the thing ever actually hurt was that shot. Hurt for a second or two. And then they wrapped it so tight after the Novocaine wore off, it was like throbbing in the wrapping. And I'm like, dang, that hurts really bad. So I loosened the wrapping. Never did hurt. But yeah, them kids, you're coaching 10 and 11-year-old boys. They're like, show us your Frankenstein finger, coach. Go chase my mom with it. I'm not going to go chase your mom with my finger. That's how you get arrested when you're a grown up. But yeah.
You're talking about hospitals and ERs or urgent cares. That's one thing I got to give kudos to. I'm the old man on here that usually comes on griping and bitching about stuff. But I'll tell you what, I had that surgery a week ago tomorrow. And I was a little concerned because they used a kind of a private hospital. It's not, and most hospitals are still privately owned. But what I mean is there's no big signs on it. There's no emergency room. It's just for the surgeons in this practice to use. And there's a guy that does cataract surgeries. There's an ear, nose, throat guy. There's orthopedics. Well, it's. I describe it this way as a concierge hospital. Get this, man. I had one nurse assigned to me. I was her only patient. I pushed the button. At one time, she just sat in the room and we bullshitted for 2 hours. I mean, and other cool things about it was, well, first, when you got there to check in, there was none of this sitting around. I sat in a waiting room for like 2 minutes while the gal processed my insurance stuff. And then I was straight in getting set up for it. Everybody it was so one-on-one. The anesthesiologist came in. We had a nice conversation, straight into surgery. Same thing coming out, but I was hungry. You couldn't eat after midnight the night before. And everybody knows I'm a fat guy if you get the camera adjusted right. And I told her, I said, in most normal hospitals you go to, you say, oh, well, they quit serving lunch, Well, she said, I said, hey, I'm kind of hungry. She says, oh, I didn't get your menu. So she brings me this big menu. And I said, okay. And she goes, I said, when do they serve lunch? She says, when do you want it? She says, what do you want? I said, well, I'll take this, this, and this. That's what I'd like to have. She goes, okay, I'll go get it. So she went down to the place and gave them the order. And some gal down there cooked it up for me, and they brought it to me. I ate it. And she says, you want anything else? And I said, well, that's just my lunch for the day. She goes, no, you want it again? I don't care. She says, it's whatever you want, whenever you want it.
Wow.
So, so dinner time came. I said, I'll take this. And I said, you got any ice cream? She says, yeah. So she brought me a bowl of ice cream. And by that time, the what do they call it? It's a block. There's a nerve block. It started wearing off, and I was like, And she said, you want anything else? I said, yeah, another bowl of ice cream. She goes, okay. She says, I said, get yourself one while you're at it. She said, okay. So we sat there and ate ice cream together. And she goes, yeah, pretty good. And I said, well, why don't you go get some more? So that, I'm telling you what, it was just a hell of a deal, man. I've never been treated, you're treated like a human being, one-on-one care. I mean, it's a story of a lifetime. And even they did send me out. The only other thing I'll tell you that's cool about it was they sent me a physical therapist, and he kind of got on me because we took one walk around the hospital floor, and he says, okay, let's go back to your room. I said, now, mind you, that block had not worn off yet, that nerve block. So I was feeling pretty good. I said, I want to do it again. He says, well, let's not. I said, no, let's do it again. And I just took off walking. He says, no, not yet. But I mean, it was, so anyway, long story short, great experience. Couldn't believe I finished. I went in, surgery started at 8:30. I was out of recovery by 10, hour and a half long. By 4 o'clock that afternoon, I was up walking with the walker.
Nice. Wow. That's awesome.
T-Dog made it. T-Dog made it.
T to the dizzle. T who let the T-Dogs out. Oh.
Greg, I don't know if you're able to see the chat on the screen. He said, welcome home. Glad you're getting better.
I hear T-Dog. I think he's right outside there watching you.
Yeah.
That's him.
You guys were talking about weather earlier too. Oh my God, I'm glad I'm feeling a little better. I'm hoping tomorrow will be better. I had a really crap day earlier today, but God, it's going to be in the 50s and sunny tomorrow here.
Oh, nice.
I hate to say that to you, Poe. I know you're freezing to death up there.
Yeah, it's been a little chilly. We had the one day at work there Thursday, man, the wind chill was just disgusting. We froze at work. But yeah, right now, and here, I actually, with the heater on, I got it up to 48, so it's balmy in here right now.
Yeah, it's 74 in here. We're down to 58 outside.
Nice.
Yeah. So, anyway, yeah.
The only other thing I'm going to say real quick is on the gaming front, I did, I got the pinballs. I enjoyed watching. Everybody check out Bart's tournament for the Christmas, Charlie Brown's Christmas. And then Poe did some great video, great scoring on those new tables. And I heard what Bart said earlier, watch Poe play first and then play.
Yeah.
Really good scores there.
Yeah.
But I did notice that the Indiana Jones game just released on.
Oh, I wanted to say that, Greg. I would love to see you play that because it's not out for the PS5 yet. So,
Well, I recorded with the Xbox the first 8 minutes of my gameplay. Of course, it doesn't have my ugly face on it or my audio because Xbox doesn't do that. But unless I go through Twitch, but I'm planning on putting that up. I did that this afternoon, and I kind of got tired, so I laid down. But yeah, you'll get to see the first 8 minute gameplay. Graphics are fantastic. Graphics are good.
nice. Yeah, looking forward to that game.
Yeah. Yes, and I'll tell you what, Indiana Jones looks like Harrison Ford. I mean, they must. I bet they probably paid him a fortune for that. But.
Yeah, probably. Oops, pushed the wrong button. Yeah, it's funny. We were watching some young person that never watched Star Wars before. They were watching Episode 4, and when they get to the cantina scene, they pan over to Han Solo. The one dude's looking. He goes, "Wait, is that Indiana Jones?" It's like, so they must have watched the Indiana Jones movies and reacted to those too at some point. But yeah, it's kind of funny.
I saw him do an interview one time, and the guy that was interviewing him just asked off the cuff. He said, he's a younger fella, and he said, one of my favorite things I had in grade school was my Indiana Jones lunchbox. And so the guy got. You could tell that Harrison Ford wasn't getting mad. He seemed like a sincerely nice guy, but he was going into an area he didn't really want to talk about. And the guy asked him, he says, which is a good question. He says, how much do you get just for your likeness? Like on that thing. And Harrison Ford just kind of did that little sideways smile of his, and he says, you don't want to know. I mean, as far as I know, all four of us could live an extravagant lifestyle doing nothing else other than living off of what he makes off of that, and probably live an extravagant lifestyle just off of what he gets for his likeness.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's got to be some money there. What was that, 5-6 years ago or something? He was flying a plane and crashed it. I mean, he's got money to burn.
Yeah.
He landed on the taxiway.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. Let's see. T-Dog says, Poe, love your Christmas tree. Will you sing a carol?
I'm too shy.
How about Grandma got run over by Santa? Grandma got run over by Santa Claus. That's
yeah. That is a funny song. All right. What else we got to talk about?
Vinyl?
Vinyl.
Final thoughts?
Vinyl Richie? Some Lionel Richie there.
Come on, folks, give us dancing on the ceiling. Dancing on the ceiling.
I was singing "You Are" there, but you are. I only sing that for the wife during sexy time.
So once every 3 years,
Right?
He gets 3 bars out. 3 bars out. I'm done. I'm done. How about you?
Let's see.
Shoot.
I got a chat. I'm working on it. Here we go. Ballistic Coffee Boy says, Mr. Poestyle, you need to make a Popeye the Sailor Man Christmas song.
Oh.
I got a question.
Whose line is it anyway? Or I'd come up with something right on the spot, but
Right.
it had something to do with "Blow Me Down." It's Christmas time, but I can't think of a tune right now.
Right. You gotta figure out how to make it
Get the
work.
mistletoe and blow me down.
I got a question for the group. And maybe you don't want to say because it's not Christmas yet. You might have family watching or something. You don't want to give it away, but I know that ever since Black Friday and on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere, the ads are popping up for all these little gimmicky gifts and things. And I did see a couple items that I did pick up that were pretty quirky, and fun. But I just wanted to do you guys see some of that odd and different stuff that you may have picked up. My problem is I always buy one for myself. And, and I've been unable to use it because of my leg, but I can't wait. It's like a sweatband you wear around your head, and it's got an elastic cord with a ball on the end of it, kind of like your old ball
I've
thing.
seen that. I've
But
seen that.
You hit it, and I've just been dying to get one of those out and put it on my head and try it, but I know I'll fall down and break my knee open and end up in the hospital.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, I saw the videos for that. RFK was using the thing.
Oh, see, I thought we were going a different way with quirky gifts and stuff. I was going to say I bought Kelly a big rubber fist from a Adam and Eve catalog. I went to hide it so she wouldn't find it. I put it under the bed and discovered she already has 2 of them. I don't know. I got to get my money back.
It's funny that you brought that up because it's a great segue. I sent you guys a picture. I sent you guys a picture of my bandage the other day in our private chat, but I noticed either nobody looked at it closely or they got disgusted by it. Did you look at the picture very close?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cheryl got mad as hell at me for that. She says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm sending a picture of the guys." They said,
"Oh, I did see that. Yes, I did see that. I was going to make a comment, but I didn't. I know.
Yeah. And she said, "They're not going to believe that because that's too big."
Well, it wasn't the balls anyway, like Billy Madison. You see his balls? They were weird.
Cheryl asked me, she says, "What the guys saying?" I said, "Well, either they hate me now and said it was disgusting, thought it was disgusting, or they didn't notice. I don't know which."
I don't know. I showed it to Kelly, and she said, "Maybe you should get knee surgery." If that's a side effect, sign yourself up. I don't know. I keep getting calls from the clinic. I don't know. She set up an appointment or what. But
it's a good thing I'm old because that's one of those things that if you do something stupid like that when you're younger and all of a sudden you run for political office or something big in your life happens, that'll be on the front page of, CNBC or something, look what G. Parker did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that wiener guy that used to hold public office.
Right. Yeah. Anthony, wasn't it?
He was on the news. He was on the news again the other day. He was trying to get a school board position or something up where he's from.
Ballistic said his problem is he buys stuff for himself by accident and then gives people the gifts they gave him last year. Yeah, that's a whoops.
Wasn't that, remember that movie Old School? Will Ferrell was trying to give the bread maker away.
Yes.
Here's a home present. Like, wait,
He gives it to the kid. It's got 3 different settings.
Yeah, because I gave that to you.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Oh, well, anything else? There was something else I wanted to talk about. I thought about it on like Wednesday, but I knew the pinball tables were coming out, and I don't know, because we talked about the Christmas walkabout. That's a really neat course. The nighttime course looks really awesome too. It's not nighttime; it's daytime actually. Because it's kind of set. The easy one is the Christmas Eve, I guess, because it's nighttime, and then the hard course is the next day because some of the presents are opened and stuff like that.
Well, maybe sometime during Christmas week, maybe we'll get a chance to. I'll be off that whole week, so
I'll be on.
Yeah.
I
Right now they got you're getting these couple Fridays off, but they got me working on Fridays.
yeah.
So it's kind of
Well, let's get us all great, get that knee in shape, and every one of us but Derek can play. And
right. Derek, let us know what day you can't get off so we can schedule this.
Derek, speaking of which, he's getting that 4K pinball. Which piece did they send you for your down payment, Derek?
Yeah, you get the first 10% of the table. I think they work from the ground up. He gets the legs.
He gets the. I thought they were sending machine screws and nuts with the first one.
Right. No, that'll be
one
the last
extra
package. That'll be the very last package. Is all the nuts and bolts. He'll have all the parts spread all over the place. And in month 12, you get the hardware and the instruction booklet. No, it should be about there, right?
If they don't,
yeah, I'm
they
hoping
don't
to see a
pay
video.
Sorry. Do they like suspend it like your game? I heard they have like a kill switch.
Yeah, if you miss a payment. Yeah, they have a kill
I got
switch.
a rock.
I got a rock. Yeah, there is a kill switch. It has to be hooked up online, and I guess, and they can shut down the machine if you miss a payment, and then, and I can't remember if it said that you have to, if you miss a payment, then you just have to pay it off. They won't let you continue payments. You got to pay it off, and then they unlock it, I guess eventually I don't know if they come get the thing or they just leave you have a paperweight. If you said, fuck it, I'm just never paying again. I gave them $100. I'm done. But
the repo man shows up.
Started. I think it's $500 to get started plus $100 shipping, which isn't bad for a pinball machine, $100 shipping, but
now Ed's been pretty happy with his, isn't he? Ed and Digital Victory been pretty happy with his new one.
Yeah, especially once they did the patches, they got rid of a lot of the flipper lag. But Ed's been really enjoying his.
I think my only concern, I mentioned it one other time, I think it was when Ed was on, was about, I pay for that annual subscription and I need to investigate it because it's very confusing. Because, see, I pay for it so that I can use my Mini, my Legends Gamer Pro, and my Ultimate, and I can play all my games across those platforms, whichever one I turn on. But I'm thinking if I bought one of those pinball machines, I wouldn't care about playing pinball and those other items now. And I'm just wondering, do I have to still have that subscription? Because it's like $90. I think it's damn near more expensive than the Xbox thing. And the Xbox thing, you get a lot of stuff for what you get there. But I think it's like $90 for 6 months. It just seems a ridiculously high premium price to pay for games and what you get with it,
Right. Derek said he did get his whole table. He didn't just get part of it. And I'm not going to bother with the copy and paste. He said he was talking with Ed a bunch after he saw about the financing. So he helped Derek decide. Yeah, it would be cool. I mean, they look great, the paint job and all that. But I don't have room for one. I would have to wait. But now I'm dead set on waiting for that sub $1,000 physical 75% size actual pinball table. That's what I'm waiting on now. But
just throw it, I'll get it.
We're all waiting to see. There it is. Oh, crap.
I thought everybody but me froze up again for a second.
Oh, we should have talked about that, Mike. We should have said, hey, Nick, when Poe comes back, you give me some kind of signal, and then we'll just see if Poe like, shit, what's going on? That would have been hilarious.
And Greg's already froze up. What's that politician's name that froze up like that earlier in the year? They were asking him questions, and he was just like,
Yeah.
the dude that looks like a turtle. I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah. Well, Mitch McConnell, he was freezing up.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
It's a little scary, you know. They ask him a question. He's like, "Nah."
Yeah.
You know, we've got that pause feature on our, you know, most people got it now, the DVR, you can pause live TV. And I don't know how many times Cheryl and I have, oh, Cheryl just came in the room. Do you want to come say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody. No,
She says no.
Merry Christmas.
Hi, Cheryl.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
But you know, we'll freeze it, and it seems like it never fails. Like the news anchor, you'll freeze the picture, and then all of a sudden it's frozen like this up their nose. You know, some kind of. Who's that other guy that's always on the news? Is he like a YouTuber or something? The Raging Cajun. He's always got food on his mouth. Have you ever noticed that guy?
I'm seeing him. Oh yeah. The Crypt Keeper.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Kitty.
This is kind of a crappy angle for this camera, but I'm just glad I was able to come on tonight. I finally was laying there watching. I thought, well, if I just sit up, I can turn on the phone and participate as much. Because trying to do that chat on this phone is, I don't know how you guys can do it on a phone. That drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Then Bart broke the chat.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with that chat. I thought Restream had it fixed, but apparently not. So I'm just doing copy and pasting. Oh, Gen X grown up just popping in to say howdy.
Hey.
Wow.
How's it going?
Oh,
So Bart, are you putting in a lot more hours now because of the holidays? Is that what's going on? Or?
I'm putting in hours because we have no help. We're always shorthanded now. One of the ladies that does the overnight shift, the 11 to 7, she just yesterday afternoon she went in and handed in her resignation and said, "Yeah, as of immediately." She's like, "I'm done," and she was scheduled to work last night at 11 o'clock. So at like 7 in the evening, she told people that she was quitting. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
That's
I seen
kinda
he had a video. Gen X Grown Up had a video for the Casey's Gold.
Yes. Yep.
So he got the same one me and you got, the VIP.
Yeah, he did his unboxing video. I watched it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny
Yeah.
that my watch, so the band broke, and since we got those the Casey's watch, that's what I've been bringing to work. And
Oh, yeah.
look at my time, and
I love that thing, man. That's the whole reason I went with the VIP. I have it sitting here, of course. I said in my video that I wouldn't leave it out here, but it's still here for now.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I
think
brought
I
it with me since I don't have a watch, so I like pulled it out to check out on the time, and I had some students look at me. They're like, "What is that?" I said, "It's a watch for a conductor." Are you going to be working for a train? I said no.
I think I put in your video, Poe. I was like, "Can I just buy the watch separately? That thing's badass."
It is. And, you know, when I first saw it, when they were announcing it, I thought, oh, it's just going to be a piece of plastic. It probably won't even open. It'll have who knows, you know. And then I got it, and I'm like, this thing's heavy, you know. And conveniently, you can hear a train maybe if you listen hard enough in the background. Of course, I tried to hypnotize everybody in my video with it. I was doing Pee Wee Herman voice. You're getting sleepy, very sleepy. But this thing is heavy, and now it's cold because it's been sitting out here all week. But yeah, really cool. Pop it open there, and keeps the time. Oh, green screen.
Right.
It's got the
Yeah,
little Casey's Gold logo on it. Well, you're not seeing any of that. You're seeing a reflection. But
I saw you start doing that hypnotist thing, but I think it takes up to 10 seconds to actually hypnotize people, and I shut the screen off after every 5 seconds.
It's not as quick. It's not as quick as the Bill Cosby method. So I think that's why things have changed over time.
Yeah.
And I do have my hat, and I was gonna message Mike and say we should both wear it, and then we would have so much in common. But
Right.
I wear my Christmas Scally hat for all my videos and my Hills department store Christmas shirt for all my videos this month. So Hills, I don't know if any of you guys even know it. It was a department store around here back in the day, 70s, 80s, 90s, and then closed. And they always had a great selection of toys and everything.
Yeah. Hey, my dogs are out there wanting to fight. I don't know what they're doing.
They saw a drone.
All right. All right. So, all right. I don't have anything else. You guys got anything else? I'm getting tired. Can you tell? I've been up since 4.
Well, since we're talking about Audacity, I'll just say this. Bliss and Mike's Gaming Gala will be having those guys on from Audacity. So that's really cool. That's really big. So Tuesday night, 8:00 Eastern, Dan Kitchen, his brother Gary Kitchen, and David Crane will be on there. And they're the guys that brought us all of these. Green screen. They have 3 games out right now. And the 4th one is coming, I guess. We'll see. But yeah, check that out. I'll be checking it out because I love those dudes. Like I said in my video, these are the guys that were making these sweet games that I enjoyed at 9 or 10 years old. And they're still there making games that I'm enjoying at 51 years old. Who would have thought? So for the same console.
Nice.
Really cool.
So did you get a hold of the guy that made Beat 'em and Eat 'em? We need him as a guest.
Yeah, I think since those guys are doing that, I think we'll get the guy that made Beat 'em and Eat 'em.
Absolutely.
Legend.
I heard he went blind years ago.
Gee, I hope not.
Yeah. That's funny.
Wow, it's pouring down out there. I don't want to go in the house now. Let's keep the show going for another couple hours.
Right.
Keeping them drones away from you, that rain out there.
Yeah. That's the problem I have when the rare times that it actually rains here. If I'm out here, because usually I'll just throw my slippers on to come out here to the arcade trailer, and then our whole yard is the Texas dirt, so it just turns to mud instantly. I'm like, I'm not too worried about getting rained on because I'll count that as shower day, so I get a whole new reset on the month. But it's the shoes. It's like, and it is a lot of clay here, so it's really slick too. So I'm likely to bust my ass trying to get back to try to get back. But yeah, I'm just checking on the chat. I wonder, I'm going to try something here. Let me see something. I don't know if this will work.
I see Popeye behind you.
Do you see Popeye back there?
Oh, and by the way, and maybe I'll be getting a hold of Greg one of these days because I am hooking up my Star Wars yoke for my arcade. Arcade is pretty much, I think, built on RetroArch. So I need to configure this thing to work. So I haven't had a lot of time. I run down there and look at things. I know at one point I set it to flight stick, but I still haven't got everything perfect with the thing. So I might have to talk to you because I've never mapped anything in RetroArch before. I know it should be pretty self-explanatory, but just not having much time to get to it. I want to get to it and finish my video on that
What
one of these days.
system are you running on?
I have it on that Viper, so
Okay.
but it looks like from everything I've seen, even though arcade is something different, it still looks like the settings are everything from RetroArch on the thing, and I've never messed with that.
Yeah. Speaking of that,
that RetroArch version I'm using is Steam. I'm using it on Steam, which I guess you can download it individually. It didn't charge for it, but I'll give Steam credit. They have their own settings for different controllers. So when you go into, before you fire up RetroArch, you just go into Steam and you actually fire it up, but you don't hit launch yet. It asks you what controller, and if it's one that they've got pre-programmed, so you can pretty much use a Switch controller or a generic Xbox or a PlayStation controller. So I really haven't had to mess with that much, but yeah, get together with me. We'll see if we can figure something out.
Yeah, I'll have to mess with that. What's nice with that arcade is everything works with your Glenn's control panel. But whenever you're going to go put in a gamepad, I did get the gamepad working for a few things, like an Xbox controller. But yeah, this flight yoke, I know that you can either set it to flight stick or mouse control. So maybe I'll have to try mouse control. I haven't tried it yet. Make it like a mouse, but it's actually, because I've seen some people on other videos use this, but not with the Viper, not with arcade. And as far as I know, I haven't seen anybody use this thing at all with iArcade. So, because I've looked, so maybe mine will be the first video on it. So I should probably figure out everything I need to do before I put that video out.
Cool.
yeah. And speaking of that Viper system, if anyone has an arcade and is wanting to get one of those, Glenn does still have that thing going. He needs to get 200 orders, and last
In a week and a half,
just over 60. So we got like over 130 to go still. Last I heard, or he's not going to make them. So yeah, and originally what he said, the 20th or something like that was when. Or 22nd was when you were supposed to have it done. I can't remember.
Yeah, the latest I saw, somebody either said the 24th or Christmas or something like
maybe,
that.
Yeah, I'm
and
hoping
the same goes
it a little, maybe if it gets close.
Yeah, because I mean the same goes for his control panel. He's only going to make them again if the KVM sells. So, if you want that control panel, you can't get it unless they get 200 people to buy that KVM switcher.
Right. Ballistic said, how much are they? He has an iArcade and gets paid this week. LOL. It worked out with tax and shipping and everything for mine. It was, what did I say? 179, I think. With the shipping, it was just under 180 bucks. And then, of course, if you don't have the control deck, you have to get the control deck, right? So,
yeah.
And those are what, 200 bucks?
Yeah.
So now, Poe and I bought the control deck day one, and then Poe bought the Viper system day one, and I didn't. And then I said, "Oh, I don't need that." And now I'm like, "Yeah, I kind of want one." But so the one thing I didn't buy right away. But
yeah, because we all just kind of assumed, he'll bring it out again. He'll bring more out or whatever. And then
right. Happen. So basically, if you do already have the control deck, it'll cost you about 180 with shipping and everything. At least that's what it was to ship to Texas. I don't know if that changes, but and then if you need the control deck too, then you're going to look at spending about 400 bucks, I guess, till you get that deck shipped. But the deck is worth it for sure. Even if you didn't get the switcher, the deck is worth it just for just for that 4-way, 8-way button. It's like that's worth it right there. And
just use the shop pay or the PayPal pay in 4 and forget about it.
Right. Yeah, you can do the PayPal pay it in 4 payments kind of thing.
Oh crap!
I'm T-Dog's got to take off. See you, T-Dog. Thanks for stopping in.
And with you saying that, Bart, Travis, I just heard him holler. He's been here all day. He's getting ready to leave, so he wants to talk to me a little bit before he leaves. I guess finalizing some stuff with Christmas plans next week. So I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for letting me jump in at the last minute. We'll see y'all later.
Good
Good
night.
to see you, Greg.
Greg.
Good to see you. Tell Travis
Good
we
to see
said
you,
hey.
Mike.
Yeah, my phone is dying quick, so that's why I took off the headset and plugged it in.
Right? Yeah, so am I. So I'll be snoring here in a minute. But yeah, so anyone that's interested in that, we're almost out of time, and if he doesn't get enough orders, he's gonna refund money. So you're safe. If you try to buy it, you're like, well, he still has over 100 to sell. Well, if he doesn't sell, you'll get your money back. So it's kind of you're safe, but yeah. So anyway, well, should we run into final thoughts?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, what do you got?
Well, like I said, I've been working on the Super Double Dragon video, so I'm at sorry. I'm at the editing process, so hopefully I can get that done. My plan is to get it done this week, so that way I can immediately start on my new video, which will be Home Alone for the Sega Genesis. Never played it. It was kind of funny. I saw the episode of Angry Video Game Nerd with Macaulay Culkin as the pizza boy, and they
Yes.
were running off through all the Home Alone games, and I just assumed all the games were bad. And then they came across the Sega Genesis game, and they actually enjoyed that one. And I'm like, oh, so I actually tried looking around for YouTube, and it's actually not a bad game. So I ended up buying it. Well, it's kind of crazy. On eBay, I couldn't find a complete inbox because I wanted the instruction manual. And until I kind of kept looking, and I found one. And I think there was like 5 people that had, like reserved, like put liked on it. And I ended up like $45. That's not bad. So I ended up buying it because nobody else, when I was looking through the list, had a complete inbox. And it still would have been expensive if I would have bought the game and tried to look for the manual, which there was no manuals for the game. I usually like getting a complete in-box set, especially for Sega Genesis games. And that was the only one I found. So I'm like, wow, for something I didn't think people were looking for. I couldn't find too many with a complete in-box. It was just mostly the case in the game. So just in case anybody's looking for that, you're not going to be finding the instruction booklet. But yeah,
Nice.
I'm hoping to get that by that video. I'm hoping to get done at least by Christmas. That's my plan. Yeah, I'm trying to get like at least 3 videos because of the new format I did. Want to just get that out there. I'm gonna kind of take a break, so that way I can play some games and stuff. And I did beat on my Xbox. That was kind of my game that I was just trying to play and beat was Devil May Cry 5 for my Xbox Series X. I finally beat that, which I'm happy about. The game's really good. But then I'm like, well, what else do I need to finish? So I popped in, was it Resident Evil Village? I need to work and beat that game. I'm pretty far. I made it past the dolls. I don't know if anybody's played that game, but I'm there. So after the dolls, I need to kind of continue and beat that game. But that's where I'm at. And also looking forward to getting the Atari 7800 Plus, because I do want to play more of the Casey's Gold instead on the ROM. I'd rather play it on the console. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Nice. Excellent. Oh, what do you got?
Oh, well, yeah, every year I try to do some kind of little Christmas special of something that I got in the past, and 2600, it's an NES and stuff. I hadn't really planned it, and now here we are. I mean, the year just flew by. So if I'm going to do that, I got to do some major planning and recording Christmas week for that. One that I am recording now is that Glenn's Star Wars flight yoke, and I got most of the raw footage down, me actually attaching it to the mount and then attaching it to the iArcade. But yeah, I got to get the mapping down for that, and I would like to show that too, in case anybody else is lost like I am. So that one will come out eventually. And the Super Pocket, the Atari Super Pocket, sitting here. So yeah, I'm hoping Christmas week I can get a lot of stuff done. But I'll probably just sleep.
On the couch or the recliner.
Nice. Excellent. All right. Let's see. Ballistic's goal the past few days is put out a 20-minute 7800 plus video each day until he reviews all the new Atari Plus games. It's been fun, but obviously time consuming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I would
I
imagine.
only have 2 of those coming, and that is what is it, Mike? What did I order? Space Gold. And the Bounty Bob Strikes
Yeah, I
Back.
got Brownie Bob reserved. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that'll do it then. My final thoughts is like always: play the Charlie Brown Christmas tournament. Look at here. I forgot I had this. We were trying to remember, and here I have the ticker going across the bottom. Switch IGHO Steam 9RW5. Password for both is OGA, all lowercase. Runs until next Sunday. Get in on it. So far, there's only been a handful of people, so the top scores are still easily obtainable. But yeah, we tried this for a 2-weeker. It'll end on the 22nd, right before Christmas. If you haven't got those Williams Pack 8, they're pretty good tables. They're hard. They are designed to drain and take quarters, so be prepared for a lot of drainage. But they're interesting. I'll be curious to see. Poe, are you going to make videos on the other 2?
I probably will. Yeah, since those are pretty easy to do with the PlayStation 5.
Just throw it in there, do a quick video. That bonsai run is pretty interesting because you get it up that ramp, and then you're actually in a real arcade. You would be playing on the back glass, so it's vertical. So the ball is going like 9,000 miles an hour. It's kind of crazy, but and it's neat how they do it. They have it so it scrolls down onto the screen, and you're just obviously playing it on your screen. But I think they did a good job with it. So I'll be curious to see that. And yeah, other than that, I don't really have much going on. I might sneak some flight stim videos in again because I've been holding off because I had that. I don't know if you guys remember. I used to do that thing where I was talking to the air traffic controller using actual, I was talking and then they'd answer. And I stopped playing because then you don't have any traffic. And it gets kind of boring when every time they talk, they're talking to you. Well, they just released the traffic. So if anyone has the Beyond ATC for Microsoft Flight Sim, just the regular folks now can get the traffic injection. So it injects its own traffic, and the ATC is controlling the aircraft. You can hear them and get their instructions and all that. So it's pretty cool.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I rehooked up my yoke, and been messing with. Of course, there's always the trials and tribulations of getting things set up and running again. And it's like, okay, now I'm trying to get it working. But so I might do a little bit of that. And I still didn't buy grease. I want to get in grease on the European Truck Sim, but it's just been a weird couple weeks for me too. And Kelly and I have really got back into walkabout mini golf again.
Nice.
So that's been eating up a lot of our game time.
Did they add the whole Christmas land to American Truck this year like they had last year?
They have not. They have not added that that I've heard of, unless they just started it. But I usually get notifications on all that stuff pretty quick. Yeah, last year they had that big Christmas Wonderland and all that stuff and making the Christmas deliveries. Cool. Of course, if you remember the Halloween one, that started. It went for 3 weeks, but it started like 5 days before Halloween. So most of the Halloween event was in November. So I'm thinking if they are going to, we're already on the 15th. They didn't start it yet. Watch, they'll start it like the week of Christmas, and then it'll run for 3 weeks after. I don't know, but it was neat driving in the snow and all that stuff and sliding around, getting my truck stuck. That was fun stuff. But and I don't know if they did it with European Truck Sim or if it was only American Truck Sim, because I wasn't playing Euro Truck Sim last year. So that would be interesting to see if they did it for other countries or if they only do it for the US. But yeah, let's see. Derek's plans are to get his 4K pinball set up over Christmas week. He's off that whole week. And he'll have some time to set up his 4K pinball while we're all playing walkabout without him.
That's right.
Yeah, so he'll have plenty of time. That was his words, not mine. So I'm not just picking on Derek, is picking on himself too. So, all right. I think that's it. I think we got her. That should be all for this week's show. Next week is the big pre-Christmas special event. Make sure you tell all your friends. And then when you get here for the big special event, give us any ideas of what we could do for it.
Right.
Bring some eggnog.
During the show, you can give us suggestions because we won't have anything planned. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. Tell all your friends. Like
Charo's going to be there.
Yeah, I'm working on because I'm in Texas. I'm going to try to get the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders here.
Barbara Mandrell and the Mandrell sisters.
Yeah,
Paul Lynn.
Yeah,
We're going back in time.
Yeah,
and Donnie and Marie.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. So, Ballistic's going to bring a donkey for putting the tail on the donkey. I was nervous. I saw he's bringing a donkey. I thought it was a whole different kind of show. Ballistic says he's going to start up his Legends pinball. He hasn't played on it in over a year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Need to get that going. You need to get that going. So, all right. I'm going to click on the thing to play the outro. This is Mike's outro sent to me. So I have not yet watched it. I don't watch any of these things beforehand.
Yeah, and please don't run. It might scare some people.
I did watch that outro you sent last week, though, Poe, just for the musical effects. But all right, so we're going to cruise. Thanks for watching. We will see you on the 22nd of December, 3 days before Christmas. Woo-hoo. Good times. All right, thanks for watching. Peace. Where's the beefcake picture for Mike?
Human centipede.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Good night.